Greetings, fellow book lovers. This is Emily from Pages in Ink, and today I will be talking about the Mortal Instruments series because I finished it last night, and the Shadowhunters TV series, like my views on the casting. So yeah, that's what's happening. Two things. One, my hair accessory for today is this beautiful crystal clip right here. And if you can't tell, and if you really can't tell, I think you need glasses, but I am covered in runes. Yeah! Took out my Halloween face paint and drew runes on myself, and they're not very pretty because that's really hard to do. I have like 2 speed runes, and they're both kind of messed up because my arm can like close and smear it. Yeah. I have a parabody rune on this side of my neck. Wrong side, just kidding. It's on this side, which is really hard to see because it's really tiny and it sucks, so I'm just gonna cover that with my hair. Anyway, so the Mortal Instruments series. I finished it last night, and this whole series is a freaking roller coaster. Excuse me, because there's just so much, and once you get to City of Heavenly Fire, you sit there, you're like, what? Because it seems like just the other day you were reading about, in City of Bones, where, it's so different. And then you read City of Heavenly Fire and you're like, wow, so much has changed. Like, the characters have all changed, the clave has changed, the scenery's kind of changed, and then there's like this whole thing that changes in City of Heavenly Fire, which at first I was like, Cassandra, why are you doing this to me? And then it resolves itself, and I was like, okay, we're good, I can breathe now, because I was panicking about something, and I'm not going to talk about that something, because it's a spoiler. Well, I don't know, but you'll find out, just read it. The thing that I like about these, like the Shadowhunter Chronicles as a whole, is that it is all intertwined. Like, they happen at different time periods with different characters, and the plots are different, but like overall they're all intertwined. Like in the Infernal Devices, there is this inventor, and he actually invents things that are in the Mortal Instruments, and probably also the Dark Artifices, things that you don't even think about when reading Mortal Instruments, and you're reading Infernal Devices and you're like, holy crap, that's where that came from? Magnus is in the Infernal Devices. I don't know if he'll be in the Dark Artifices, because it didn't look like he was heading to Los Angeles, but you never know. So it's just, they're all intertwined, and you're just sitting there like, wow. You can really tell how much thought Cassandra Clare has put into her books, because they're just all intertwined, and it's awesome. City of Heavenly Fire is a great wrap-up to the whole series. It's really shown how the characters have grown to be like their final evolution. Simon has gone from this kind of cowardly nerd who would rather sit on the sidelines than jump in and help out, unless it was helping Clary, to kind of making some sacrifices and being a team player and really learning to care about the Shadowhunters, and he's become more confident and stronger, and it's really, there's growth in all of them. Clary has gone from this girl whose first instinct is to scream to this girl whose her first instinct is to grab her sword. Jace has gone from this closed off, arrogant a-hole to more open and supporting, and he's more likable, in my opinion, because in the beginning of the books in City of Bones, he was just kind of a jackass. And I was just kind of like, what is your problem, Jace, Wayland, Morgenstern, Lightwood, Herondale Lightwood, yeah. Isabel has gone from being kind of closed off and very, yeah, I'm just gonna say closed off because that's really the only thing that's changed. She's more open. She's learned to love someone and really give him her heart, and it's so cute. I'm missing. Alec has learned to accept himself and has learned how to be stronger as a person and how better to support others, and he knows what he needs and what he can't deal with, and has turned 18 in City of Heavenly Fire. Well, actually, I think he turns 18 before that, but it's really emphasized in it. And so he's considered an adult to the Clave, and it's a wonderful wrap-up. The worlds that they travel to in City of Lost Souls and in City of Heavenly Fire are beautiful. Like in City of Lost Souls, Clary, Jason, Sebastian travel to Venice and Prague and Paris and Ireland, although you don't see much of Ireland. But, I mean, those are some beautiful places. And then here, I mean, technically it's not beautiful because here they go to this demonic wasteland that is part of hell. It's a realm of hell. And it's not very pretty, but it's, in its own way, it's pretty. They find like this chapel thing. It's not really a chapel, it's like this cave. But it's got like Shadowhunter runes carved everywhere, and there's like this pretty cave fountain lake thing. And I mean, I cannot wait for the TV series to get here and everywhere, because it's gonna be beautiful and awesome. And here's where I will go into talking about the series. So on to part 2, which is the casting. So I have my phone right here, and it has the cast on IMDb, and somebody said don't listen to IMDb because it isn't completely accurate, because it says that Cassandra Clare's the co-director or something and she's not, and I'm just kind of like, well, most of these people I've seen announcements for, so I'm pretty sure that it's accurate. But anyway, so the first person, I'm gonna go down the list. The first person I'm gonna talk about is Clary, who is played by Catherine McNamara, if it would load. Catherine McNamara. And I think she looks like she would make an awesome Clary. There are people that I don't think liked her, but I do. The only thing that I've known that she's been in, that, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I thought it was really weird that she had been, but she was in Girl vs. Monster on Disney Channel. She was in a Disney Channel movie, and she's going to be in Shadowhunters. That's really weird for me, because I grew up, you know, watching Disney Channel and Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, and it's just, it's weird. It makes me feel like she's so much younger than she is, but she's actually 19. And her birthday, I think, is in November, so she'll be 20 this year, which means she's younger than me by a couple months, but she's younger than me. She's supposed to be technically older than me in this because they're aging them up. But she's older than me, and that is so weird. I mean, she's younger than me, and that is so weird to me. Oh my gosh. Makes me feel really old, and I don't think I like it. Then we have Dominic Sherwood, who I only know him, I haven't seen it, but like that's the big thing that he was in was the Vampire Academy movie, which I heard wasn't that great. So a lot of these people, I don't know their acting skills, so I can't talk about that. I'm talking about, you know, how much experience they have, which I don't think he has that much of. He's been in 9 things. I don't know about Cat McNamara, but he looks like Jace. He has heterochromia, which I think is awesome, and I really wish that they would keep that as like something to do with his blood, but eyes. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure they're either going to like edit it with, you know, CGI or something, or they're gonna put contacts in. I don't know. I'm hoping the same thing happened. Well, not. That sounds really bad. But Harry didn't have green eyes because he had an allergic reaction to the contacts and had watery, blinking eyes the whole time. And they're like, okay, let's not do that. So I'm kind of hoping, but it's terrible to say, but I'm hoping that he can't wear contacts and then they don't put CGI in or something, and he stays having heterochromia eyes, because that is so cool. If you don't know what heterochromia eyes are, that's when the eyes are different colors. So like one can be green, one can be brown, one can be blue, one can be brown, one can be gold, one can be green. I don't know how many combinations, but they're different colored eyes, and that's awesome. They probably don't think it's awesome, but I think it's awesome. So if you have heterochromia, I think you're awesome. Automatically, you win. Then we have Simon Lewis, who I was a little iffy about in the beginning, because I really liked Robert Sheehan as Simon, and of course they're not using the same cast at all. I was kind of hoping that because he did such a great job as Simon that they would keep him, and they didn't. And I was like, he doesn't really look like Simon. And then he put on the Simon glasses, and I was like, oh my god, it's Simon! And I was so happy because he looked like Simon with the glasses. And then now without the glasses, I'm like, hey, that looks like Simon. So I don't know. But it's Alberto Rossandi. This guy, he's adorable looking. Look at that face. And I'm so excited to see him play Simon, because I think he'll do a great job. Let's see. He was in Blue Bloods, but I'm pretty sure he was just in one episode, so that's not really. Played Carlos Santiago in one episode of Blue Bloods. The Swing of Things, which I don't even know what that is. And Shadowhunters. So he doesn't have a whole lot of experience, but I think he will do a fabulous job as Simon. Most of these casting I feel are very spot on. And that makes me so happy, because I was so worried that it was gonna flop. Like, I've heard that the Game of Thrones is kind of going for whatever reason, and I think it's because they're starting to diverge from the story, and everybody's kind of like, that's not what happens. That's not true. And I'm worried that that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna start really good, and everybody's gonna love it. And then like the 3rd season or something. This is, I think, going on the 6th season in Game of Thrones, but that's not the point. Point is, you know, it starts to go downhill, and you're like, no, come back! And then it sucks, and nobody wants to watch it anymore. I hope that doesn't happen. I really don't. Then we have Izzy, who I was so excited. I mean, I don't know her because she's mainly been in, like, Spanish stuff, but I thought she was absolutely gorgeous. And there are people bashing her like, oh, she's not white. Isabel has to be white. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. I mean, she looks like Isabel. She looks like she could kick some serious ass. And, you know, walk all over someone's heart in a pair of heels. I think she's wonderful. And I really hope that people actually decide to give her a chance. And, I mean, she just looks like she would make a great Isabel, and I'm so excited to see her play Isabel. Somebody said something about her and Alec, having, like, a Spanish conversation from time to time, and I'm like, yes, I want it. I want to hear it. Because that would be so cool. It's like their own secret language, and then there's subtitles for English-speaking people to understand what they're saying. And imagine, like, Alec is just straight up insulting Clary, and Isabel's just kind of like, Alec, chill. And Clary's like, what did he say? Or what are you saying? What are you talking about? And Isabel's like, oh, nothing. Just dinner or something. I don't know. It would be so funny. And really nice. Because I feel like there's not a lot of that. Especially in, like, white television. You know, obviously, like, Spanish television, they're gonna have Spanish conversations. But I think it'd be really cool if they did that. And I really hope they do. Then we have Matthew Daddario, who plays Alec, who looks kind of Spanish, right? He's Spanish. So maybe there will be that, but at the same time, he looks kind of white to me. Don't go by me, because I'm not very... Anyway, he looks like he's been in a lot of I don't really want to say a lot of sports movies, but there's like When the Game Stands Tall, which is football. It's been in Cabin Fever, Growing Up and Other Lies, Breathe In, Delivery Man, the Debut, Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List. None of those things I know. But he's been in quite a bit, so I guess he has some experience. Oh, he's Italian, Irish, English, and Czech, so he's white. Darn. That would have been awesome. Oh well, mixed race families are another thing that, you don't see much of, so that would be good to have. I still hope that he kind of learns Spanish because of, maybe Maryse is Spanish because Isabel looks like her mom, and then Robert's white, Italian, and, maybe Isabel learns Italian and Alec learns, not Italian, well, yeah, whatever, but Alec learns Spanish, and then he and Isabel can talk in Spanish to each other. That'd be awesome! Anyway, then we have Luke Garraway, who's played by this guy, Isaiah Mustafa, which I love his name. A lot of people were like, what? Luke can't be black! And I'm like, in the book, technically, he is white, but, I mean, this is the guy that was in the Old Spice commercials, look at your husband, now back at me, I'm on a horse. I mean, that guy is awesome. I love those commercials. So, I mean, granted, that's not really a reason to love someone as an actor, but I really think that he would play a great Luke. The only thing that I think, well, no, because werewolves are kind of buff. I was going to say, the only thing that I think is kind of not going to work is the fact that Luke is described as lanky, and Isaiah is in no means lanky. But if you think about it, werewolves train, and a lot of them are really muscular, so, I mean, him having muscles, I mean, that's not a bad thing, so I take it all back. Let's see. He was in an episode of Baby Daddy, which I've seen the show, but I don't think I've seen the episode he was in. Back in the Day, Anger Management, Selfie, Sirens, Crush, Nikita, Rags, Three Stooges, Charlie's Angels, Chuck. So he has a lot of experience. I think he was even a voice actor. He was in Gears of War as a voice actor, so that's awesome. He has a lot of experience. NCIS, Ugly Betty, NCIS, Los Angeles, The Island, The Last Supper. Anyway, so he looks like he has a lot of experience, which is good. I'm really excited, and I really think he will do well as Luke Garraway. And then Maxim Roy is Jocelyn Frey, and she looks absolutely hard. Badass hard. Because if you think about it, Jocelyn is, here, I wouldn't load the picture, so I'll do this. Jocelyn is, she's not, oh, she's Canadian. She's not soft. She can be soft with Clary, but, especially in the beginning, she's like, no, you can't do it. Well, she's like, I want you home at this time because we're going to go away to the lake house, or the farmhouse, because of reasons, which is actually Valentine, but anyway, so she's not this easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, no, she's not this sweet woman, she's hard, because she's a shadow hunter, and she's on the run from her terrifyingly evil ex-husband. Then we have Magnus, who is Harry Shum Jr. Look at them. He was in Glee. That's pretty much the only thing I know really about him, which is awesome, because I've actually watched enough episodes of Glee to see him, and he can dance. So the fact that Magnus can dance is awesome. Oh, Kat McNamara can sing, so Clary can sing. I think Clary and Magnus at one point, even though it's not in the books, I think they should get together and collaborate something. He was in Glee, he was in an anime, he was in Revenge of the Green Dragons, he was in Mortal Kombat, he's been in Step Up, there it is, Step Up 3D, Center Stage, he was in iCarly. Don't know when that was. Greek. Step Up 2. The Onion movie. He was in Zoe 101. One thing. He was a dancer in High School Musical. Dude! This guy has been in, like, a ton of not really childhood, I guess teenhood stuff. And that's actually kind of cool. I'm excited. I think he'll make a great, fabulous Magnus Bane. He just needs to be showered in glitter. I think that's the only thing. I mean, he's in a suit in this, and I feel like Magnus would wear a suit quite often. So, I mean, all we need to do is shower him with some glitter, and there we go. We have Magnus Bane. Then we have Valentine, which is Alan Van Sprang. Alan Van Sprang. Look at this guy. He looks evil. Look at him. Holy crap. He looks like a villain, and I mean, I really need them to, like, put a wig on him or something so he has white hair, because that is, like, Valentine's distinguishable feature, and that's how he looks like Sebastian, or Sebastian looks like him, and that's so important. And I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it just, oh my god, I need it. He was in Immortal movie. Oh, he was in 79 Things. He has some experience. He's been a voice actor. He was in Beauty and the Beast in 2 episodes, which is the TV show from 2012. That's, I guess, still going, because it says he was in 2 episodes in 2015. I've watched some of it. It's okay. He was in Reign. I think he was the king. He was King Henry II in Reign. I don't really know if that means he's a good guy or a bad guy, but Immortals, like I said, Crash and Burn, Painful Gun, Survival of the Dead, so he was in a zombie movie. The Tudors, Would Be Kings, Diary of the Dead, another zombie movie. Saw 3, 1-800-Missing, Degrassi, a lot of things. So I'm excited because I think he'll play a great Valentine. And then we have young Clary, who is this beautiful little girl, Sophia Wells. I've seen a video where she had her hair dyed so she could play young Clary. And I don't really know what they're using a young Clary for, but that's okay. I think she's adorable. She's been in 5 things, so she has some experience as an actress. There's one more person who isn't on here for whatever reason. And I forgot her name, and I'll probably look it up and put it in like a bubble somewhere. But she plays a character named Midori. She's a POC actress playing Midori. And Midori is not in the books. I don't know why they made her for the TV show. But she is one of Valentine's Shadowhunters, apparently, and they did it for the sake of the show, and I don't know if it's because they wanted another POC character on the bad, or if they wanted one for the bad side, or they wanted a woman for the bad side, because for what we see, Valentine's army mainly consisted of men in the books. So, I don't know. But I'm sure she'll be great. I have nothing against it. That's all I've heard casting-wise so far. That's what's on IMDb. IMDb. So, yeah. That is that. And that is my thoughts about these and the upcoming TV series. I know they've already started shooting, and it looks so good. And I'm so excited. I think that's what's going to get me watching TV, because I watch Netflix, and yeah. So, I'm expecting books today, either both today or today and tomorrow. So if I have another video up today, it's going to be an unboxing book haul video, or it'll be up tomorrow and it'll be an unboxing book video. But basically, I will have a video very soon, so I will see you guys then, and I love you all, and thank you for bearing with me on this 25-minute video. Bye! In equal measure, loved and hated. You take me by